PUDcast is written before a live studio audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
And we're coming to you from the Pud Cave located here in Game Swapping, beautiful downtown Lincoln in the great state of North Carolina. Mikey, brother, what is going on?
Putting the close on 2019.
Dude, the last PUDcast, not only of the year, but of the decade, brother.
Yeah.
Next week, we start a whole new decade.
That's right.
I'm going into 2020 with 2020 vision.
I knew it was coming.
Man? What?
I knew it was
I've been working on that for 3 weeks, brother. 3 weeks I've been working on that line.
Insert the eye jokes anywhere here.
The eye jokes?
Yeah,
Come
2020.
on. 2020
I
vision.
see what you're saying.
I do see what you're saying. And you know what else I see in the Pud Cave?
What?
I see the one and only.
What?
The two dogs.
Oh.
The co-host of This Is the Work. David Hayes. Is that this? I thought the secret word this week is turd.
It could
Turd.
be.
Turd
Yeah.
is actually the secret word.
Not talking about you.
No, not you, David.
This goes
Hayes.
back to the previous show
yeah.
we just recorded.
Which is the weekly wrestling wrap-up, which you can catch on L-Town Radio every Sunday
right.
night at 9 o'clock or on demand.
Speaking of turds.
David Hayes! No.
I don't care for your jokes.
What's up, brother?
Not a damn thing, man.
2020 is bringing
I'm
in
tired.
new material.
The holidays have been terrible for me. I hated every stinking minute of it. Everybody was drunk except for me. I had to put up with these
Turds?
people.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Damn it.
And you get to cap it off here in the Pod Cave.
There must be a way to stop Christmas from coming next year.
You're a mean one. Mr. Doggz. You know, the Grinch would be a lot cooler if people quit singing those shitty songs about him.
Hey,
I saw that in a meme.
you just got to put him over in a different way.
In a different way, man. The Who's have been smoking Who hash again. So what's going on there? So, man, you get to cap off a crappy holiday week here
With a crappy podcast.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, and it's funny. We're doing the year in review, right?
Yeah,
Sure,
More
sure.
or less.
Okay.
Because, as
Why
soon
not?
as
Call
I
it the
leave,
ring, brother.
man,
Call it
yeah.
the ring.
I guess.
as soon as we leave here, I am going down to the This Is a Work Long Walk Studios, and I'll be doing their This Is a Year in Review.
So you're
wow.
doing 2
Okay.
year in reviews back to back.
Back
man.
to back, man.
So this is like your test run, basically.
Yeah, well, I'm saving my A-list
Your good
stuff for down there.
Yeah,
That's,
well, we would want it no other way, brother. If we want to know what to do with A-list material, we're like, man,
Yeah.
this is kind of good. We may get 25 views next week.
There you go.
Well, since we're on YouTube, we're television stars now. Let me ask David Hayes what he thinks.
All right, here we go again.
This is why I cussed on the weekly. This is why I have to do extra work this week because I got caught up and cussed about some stuff.
Wait a minute. Somebody called you up and cussed at you?
No, I cussed on the weekly
okay.
wrestling wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not this week. They haven't, but they probably will. By the time the show goes live, it will.
He said dick.
I did say dick. I said I'm not. But I said I'm not trying to be a dick.
All right, all right.
I wasn't trying. I was
Yeah.
succeeding and being a dick.
Right.
I wasn't trying.
Well, you're not a dick. You're a Jason.
No.
Don't be a Richard. I'm a dick.
See, I
You're
told
a
you,
dick.
I'm
You're a
saving
dick.
the
I'm a dick.
A-list material.
I'm a dick.
I can see that. Oh my God! I can. Dude, can we at least get some C-list shit here?
I
mean,
can't promise anything.
no.
You get
So-
what you get.
You get what you get. Two Dogs. Let me get your opinion. Do you watch NWA Power?
No.
God.
Fuck. Never mind.
Not because I did not enjoy it. When I've watched maybe 6 episodes of it.
That's all there are, isn't it?
No, I thought there was like 12, right?
I think there's 10 or 12.
Oh,
Yeah, I watched like the first,
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
there's
5 or 6
You watched
episodes.
about half the shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
See, I
watched,
got that math degree.
watched about 5 or 6 episodes. I've loved every episode. Well, I think that last one I didn't care for.
The clip
But-
show? The clip show.
Yeah, the clip show.
Yeah, the clip show was.
Yeah, that was
was-
like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, lots
Okay.
happened
Well, yeah,
since
okay.
then.
Well, I've seen most of them then.
Oh, okay. Well,
I saw it all the way up until Corny got aced out.
That's a little over half then. I think
Yeah.
they've only had 2 shows with Stu Bennett. I think 2 shows maybe.
I haven't
They
seen
had
any
clip
with Stu.
shows, then like this will be the 3rd show.
Well, they took a week off.
Yeah.
They took a week off too. So
How do you take a week off on YouTube?
okay, great
All
segue.
right, there we go.
Are you familiar with them bringing back the TV title?
I heard about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of having a TV title when you're on fucking YouTube?
Why don't you call it the internet title? That's or whatever.
Okay,
That's
so,
Zack Ryder's.
well, he's a cyber champion.
Yeah, that's right.
But nobody,
Same thing.
Nobody holds claim to the cyber or internet. Here's my issue.
Okay.
So I go on the Facebook NWA page, right? And I'm kind of making a point. I'm kind of trolling. I'm kind of being a dick. I'm kind of not. I'm trying to make a point. But I post something like, here's my 2 issues with the TV title in NWA.
Okay.
For one, man, they have a small roster. I mean, dude, there's like literally, I think 12. I think there's like 12 singles wrestlers right now, and I'm not counting tag teams, but I'm also not counting the tag team champions. I'm just counting the single wrestlers.
Yeah.
And so basically, man, about 25% of your roster is going to have a belt, singles competitors. So I'm like, the roster's not big enough to have 2 secondary titles on top of the world title. So you got 3 single titles.
Right.
And if you're going to have a TV belt, you should be on fucking TV. No, okay. Now, what's your opinion? Because you got this look on you. You're probably going to remind me of some of these buttholes I'm dealing with on Facebook right now.
If Jason Finger were a Saturday morning cartoon, after the credits roll,
He would be Grumpy Smurf.
no, after the credits roll, and at the very end you would hear Deke.
Well done, sir.
Nice. 2020 does it. Well, that's it, man. We might as well quit, brother.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done.
Deke.
To be honest, only 3 of us get that.
Well,
That's nobody else does.
Us. Everybody else is like, what the fuck's a
Well, I'm a
deek? Deek. Well, we're going to be a deek. But here's my thing. Well, people were like, well, I watch YouTube on my TV.
Okay. Here's the thing. Yeah, granted, we don't have a large roster for Power.
Right.
My whole thing is, if you can make the belts matter, go sick, baby.
But it's not on fucking TV. And here was my issue, man. And I heard what some people were saying.
But you watch it on your TV, Finger.
I watch it on my PC that I use my television as a monitor for. I also watch the shit on my fucking phone. Is it the phone champion now? Why not have the big fucking Verizon goddamn symbol on it?
And
cell title.
Yeah, big cell tower on that motherfucker satellite dish.
Right.
Well, then would you prefer the NWA Entertainment System title?
I would actually
Multimedia title.
somebody actually said that.
Actually, yeah, I don't hate that idea.
And that was one of the.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you
That's
why.
terrible
Well, it's
name.
not.
I don't hate it.
I see what people are saying. I see what some people are saying. I understand, man, that YouTube is a new form of media. Streaming services, Netflix,
Yeah.
Amazon. I mean, there are streaming apps that you can watch on smart TVs or Rokus. I get that. I understand that. Like, people act like I don't understand that you can watch YouTube on TV.
Duh, you could.
Oh, look. This one guy took a picture of him watching YouTube on his TV. He said, would you look at that? I'm watching YouTube on my TV.
Why do you engage with these assholes?
Cause I was fucking bored. I was fucking bored. Then I got hot. You know how I get on.
Granted,
that
like
shit.
I've only got like one hater on the gram now. It's like
just one.
Well, we've had a drop off. Much like yourselves.
Yeah. Thanks, asshole.
But yeah, it's really
Turd.
just there's only like one left, and he doesn't really bother me anymore.
Right.
So
Well, like I said, man, I understand. I really did hear what people.
Look, Lorraine, I'm watching the YouTubes on my TV.
Look here, you're an asshole, man, because I'm watching on my TV. No, I get that people. I understand, and then people are like, well, look, YouTube is on streaming services now. It's a new medium, and I get that. Just like TV was a new medium from radio.
okay.
It's different though, and that's my thing. And I was even like, okay, how about this? Instead of having it now on your internet YouTube show, because like I said, man, the fucking PUDs are TV stars by that rationale. We're on TV, Doggz. Did you know that? I didn't fucking know that, but apparently we're on TV now.
You were on TV last
You're
week.
on TV.
I was on TV last
You're
week
on
in
TV,
a goddamn Santa Claus outfit.
That's
He
right.
was, and
That's right.
look, All right, man. We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
We're gonna get there.
I want to tell you about the nightmare
the nightmare before
Christmas.
But no, because I do get where people were saying. But my whole thing is like, let's do two things. You can kill two birds with one stone with this title for NWA. Give it time, increase your roster, get a fucking TV show on a real TV station, and then network broadcast television.
Sure.
Even cable, it's all, the TV title and cable TV are synonymous. I mean,
sure.
It is. Then introduce it. Hey, we have a new TV show, and kick it off, we're going to have a TV tournament. We now have 20 active wrestlers instead of 12.
Yeah.
That's my thing. But yeah, man, and like I say, people were being cool. They're like, well, and they were disagreeing, and I saw what they were saying, But then you had, and then this one guy was like, it wasn't on CBS like it had on the side plate either. And I'm like, it was on CBS in Charlotte.
Yes.
It was like just
There
because it wasn't in your market in the
Right.
80s.
Yeah.
It was on different networks back
Yes.
then, man. It was a different business model.
And look, let's just be very clear about television now. We don't have television stations anymore. We have television apps.
No, but that's my point. But we do have stations, and we do have apps as well. But they're not the same thing, man. What an app does is basically turns your smart TV or your cell phone or whatever. It's basically a miniature. It's a stream. It's a miniature PC.
Right.
It works off an operating system, Android usually, and that's what smart TVs do. But it changes it. It's no longer a television.
Exactly.
It's a monitor for a device.
Right.
It's different.
Over-air stations.
Or cable.
Yes.
Or cable. Like TBS,
Right.
USA. Even TNA has a TV show. TNA would actually make better sense having a TV title.
You could have this show on, like Me TV, and
And it's still...
it would still be a TV.
Okay,
title.
let me ask you this
Yeah.
because I haven't seen it. What's the TV belt look like?
It's the old one. It's the old
Oh,
one.
well
Exact.
then okay.
It
See,
actually
okay,
has,
I've got
It actually has still on the side plate CBS, ABC, NBC.
The
and
hell,
satellite.
really?
And it's the straight
that's
up...
great.
It is cool. I mean, I like that they brought it back if they were on fucking TV.
No. Hey, you know what? Look, I have two requirements
Oh,
for your TV. Here it is. One of them, the belt's got to look good, which
it does.
It does.
It does. Absolutely.
Two,
I love
it's
that.
got to matter. Which, I'm going to ask you, does it?
At this point in NWA, man, I don't think it does because they're not on fucking TV. That belt was to be defended on television every week, man.
No, do the wrestlers, do they make it matter?
Well, they're still in the tournament right now. They're still trying.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the start of the tournament.
Okay, well, this is to be
obviously.
continued then.
No.
We'll find out if it.
But they're not. But it's.
But when you continue to be shitty, I mean,
Well, it's not. I mean, they're good matches.
no doubt. But the idea behind it,
It does. I mean,
Right.
it would have been dude if they were like, we got a new Saturday morning show, for instance. Let's say NWA is like, hey, we got a new on a real station like USA, TNT, something like that.
TBS,
TBS would have been great. Hell, even a syndicated show.
Right.
That would be in some independent,
Right.
whatever.
Markets.
It's exactly.
Yeah,
It's
like I was watching last night, Ring of Honor on Fox Carolina.
there you go, man. Ring of Honor's on TV.
Midnight, but
But still.
there you go.
It's on TV.
Yeah.
And my thing, wouldn't it not be great to be like, okay, now that we got more people and we have a TV show now we'll reintroduce the TV belt because we're on an actual TV station. But no, we're on YouTube. I mean, fuck, man, for that, like I said, we could have a PUDcast TV champion because I watch it on my TV. I mean, come on. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Would you say it's Maypop?
it's extremely Maypop.
Are we talking about just the story or just the fact that we're calling it the TV belt?
The TV belt. Well, and that you have two secondary titles, man. I mean, that's something else. It's like
Two secondary titles?
they have three single titles. They have the world title 10 pounds ago, the national title, and now the TV title. There's 12 single wrestlers. You need to watch You need to watch NWA.
Dude, I would love to. But God
It's on
damn it, dude,
YouTube. It's on YouTube. You can watch it whenever the fuck you want. It's on your TV if you want it to be.
Man, I gotta have some downtime from wrestling. I really do.
But NWA's good. Then quit watching Raw, man. I mean,
I watch Raw on Fast Forward, and I still don't have time.
amen to that.
Did
bro.
you see that pile? Actually,
No.
I didn't. I the last little bit of Raw, I didn't hate.
Well, that's what Mike was
yeah,
saying.
it was
He said it
great
was
with
actually
some
pretty
Now,
Joe.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe. That
was
spot.
good stuff.
yeah.
Now, people gave it shit. People said they hated it. I was like,
Really?
man, that was the best part of the whole freaking show.
That was.
I think that's the disconnect between wrestling fans and WWE fans.
Yeah.
There is a difference, Mike.
Yes.
We've
yeah.
talked about that. I think
Absolutely.
me and you've talked about that privately, dog.
But see, people have turned against Samoa Joe. I was one of them for a long
yeah,
time.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's but yeah, people really
Oh, yeah.
people don't look at Samoa Joe as the indie darling that he was, back in the day.
Or the TNA guy, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was great in
Yeah.
TNA.
It was that's
You
where
know,
he got that legendary status.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Well deserved in TNA. I
Oh,
think,
very
you
well,
know,
very
yeah.
well deserved. But yeah, I loved that.
Yeah, Mikey said it was good. My Christmas present to myself this year, other than buying too many record albums at Power Records in Cherryville, North Carolina. A little plug for those guys, man. Great little store, by the way. I spent a lot of money in that store this past week. But other than that, as my Christmas present to myself, I gave myself the week off of Raw. I was like, I'm not watching Raw. I'm playing video games.
Right.
That's what I did.
He bought records to play on his record player.
And then he's complaining about the damn TV
No,
title.
no, that's the thing. He's playing records on his record player. He's not playing them on his YouTube.
Well, but I keep it old school, man. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point, man. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's like saying, well, YouTube's a radio station because I listen to music on it. No,
I'm listening to records on my YouTube.
yeah, no, you
know?
no, you don't.
Actually, you can. I downloaded.
No, you can't.
I downloaded Perry Como. That's still got the.
You downloaded it.
Yeah.
You downloaded it.
I
that's
downloaded
the
it,
problem.
and it's still got the crackles from the 45 in it.
And
yeah,
they
I listen.
downloaded, they downloaded
Yeah, I
the
listen to
show
Perry Como.
to
Fight me,
YouTube.
hot diggity, dog diggity. Look what you do. Yeah, but what? Think yourself.
Don't.
Verily, motherfucker.
I would fight you, man, but it's illegal to beat a woman. You know.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
Sorry, Perry Como. Do you really listen to Perry Como?
No, I just
Oh, okay.
it's,
Okay,
it's
so
B
apparently-
material. B material.
Hey, thank you, man. Okay, we're coming up.
See,
brother.
that's what you call a callback right there.
I get it. Okay. Oh man, Perry Como. I mean, that makes as much sense as a TV title on the internet show. I mean,
Wow.
that was my soapbox. So what do you think, dogs? At the end of the day, do you think the TV title does it mean anything if it's on a YouTube channel?
You know what? The way I'm looking at this, and like I said, I don't have much of a dog in this fight, but I would think that they're bringing the TV title in because they're looking towards the future. They're looking to get some TV time, and then maybe it will matter a little bit more.
I think you've got to get it before you
That
say, hey, not make the title and hope. Oh yes,
But
hopefully
see,
somebody will pick this up on.
but
the
I will
TVs.
say this.
It's like Field of Dreams. Make the title and it will come.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I will say this. I completely forgot about the damn national title.
Thank you, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Get that national title out of here because number one.
keep the national title. Get rid of the TV title till you get on TV.
Well, either way, but you got to make that national title matter
Yeah.
because
More
I
guys.
completely forgot about it.
Well, and it should matter more. But man, when you start once again, dude, you're just oversaturating it. Everybody's gonna have a belt.
Yeah.
25% of your single roster.
Sounds like the same thing people say about WWE.
well, but at least WWE has 3 television shows. I mean, spread out again, among 3 television
Right.
shows. And really, dude, in
Technically,
WWE,
they have 4
Oh,
UK,
right.
yeah,
and 5.
5.
205 Live.
Yeah. But even on the main shows, SmackDown and Raw, there's your main heavyweight title, and then you have one secondary title. That's
Right.
not that many, man, and your tag.
Yeah.
So I mean, technically, you only have 3 championships per
Hey,
show.
let me ask you this.
You know, that's
Should-
not that bad.
No,
Should the TV title be defended on pay-per-view?
I mean, you watch it on TV. I mean, hell, it's about the only thing it should be defended on, really, if you get technical about it.
But is it TV?
It's pay-per-view TV. But it is you can watch it on a television. Hey, they used
Like
to...
YouTube.
No, but it's not the same. You don't get me today,
See,
Mike.
no,
man.
no,
You're not
no,
getting
I
me
don't-
today.
no.
I don't think
That's the point, Mikey.
Back
That's
in the day, back in the day, I didn't think the TV title should have been defended on the pay-per-views.
I don't
see
know,
what you're
man.
saying.
No, I think I may actually agree with you a little bit. So I actually,
I don't think you should.
I don't know. I'm
good.
Same-
I
same
like
thing.
your idea.
I don't
like
think,
that.
I don't think TV titles should be defended at a house show.
I agree with that. I've
Yeah.
always agreed with
Yeah.
that. I've always thought that. It's like
Makes sense. Sure.
Yeah, obviously, unless it's going to be on TV later.
Right.
I agree. I've always thought that too. Pay-per-view, I think, can go a little. I
will
can see it both ways.
at least hear your argument. If it's a hot feud, sure.
But it's still the TV title. though.
Meg.
This is us for the next hour. I'm cool. Hell, it's probably better than what we've been putting out. So. Well, man, I tell you what, that's my soapbox.
That's what you do every time you hear a TV title mentioned. You just go,
turd.
yeah.
But well, okay, well, guys, let's talk a little bit about the year of pro wrestling 2019.
Let's do it.
Since we've not,
It's been terrible. Good
No.
night, everybody.
see you next year. You know, man, this has actually been a tremendous year for professional wrestling, man.
It's had potential to be great.
Well, I mean, we've introduced two new companies
Yes.
that, well, NWA technically has been around forever.
Right.
It never really went away. But we've introduced two shows.
But now that they're on TV,
this is why I hate waking up on Saturday mornings, man.
that's why I hate wrestling.
I hate wrestling, man. That's why I didn't watch it this week.
You picked a great topic for today.
Yes, I did. But no, man, we did. We did bring back NWA has had a resurgence.
Yes.
I think that's absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that. NWA has definitely had, thanks to Smashing Pumpkins on William Patrick Corgan. you know.
Billy.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like a rat in a cage, man. He's still there. Which God bless him, man.
Yeah.
God bless him. And we also saw Dynamite. You know, AEW, All Elite
Absolutely.
Wrestling, man, which I think is the highlight of the year as far
Well,
as pro wrestling.
let's talk about that, shall we?
Oh God, Mikey's gonna
Here we go.
shit all over it, man. Here we go.
Let's hear it.
I think definitely Dynamite started out hot.
Very hot. A lot of expectations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I think it's cooled down a lot as well.
I think it's leveled out.
And I think at some points it's been exposed.
I still think it's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they've put on a bad show.
How so, Mikey?
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Jericho. I love Jericho.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Jericho's work, however, not the best.
You've not been on Jericho's
Well, no,
fan page here lately. Mikey's
I
not,
love the promos.
Oh, his promos are great.
I think they're fantastic. They're above anybody's level
Sure.
of work. His in-ring work, however, not so much.
Jericho's a master at reinventing himself.
Yes.
That's for sure. I think we
Yes.
can all agree on that as well, man. He constantly keeps himself relevant.
Right.
I tend to agree with you on his ring work. Man, he's pushing 50, bro.
Yeah.
He's not in shape. He's a little slower than he used to be.
Well, I wouldn't say he's not in shape. He's not in as good a shape. He's still,
Oh yeah, they're
compared
bigger
to us,
guys.
he's in shape.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean the shape, obviously. You know,
Round.
you well, look at okay.
Round's a
All right,
shape. Round's a
let's
shape.
talk about that. You've got
eggplant, maybe. You know.
okay.
Weeble wobble. No,
Evil Uno. You look at Evil
Hey,
Uno.
look at Samoa Joe.
Oh man.
Samoa
We
Joe,
were just
Kevin
putting-
Owens.
Absolutely.
The Viking Raiders.
Absolutely.
Shape does not matter.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
But-
not really. No.
but-
Dusty back in the day.
Right.
You know, Abdullah. Yeah.
I think the age, however,
That is a big factor.
yes.
the thing about the
Because
shape.
Batista, I mean, obviously Batista was in fantastic
Yeah.
shape. His age, however,
That's true, man. Or you can even look at somebody like DDP, for instance.
Right.
You know, just as far as his, the age. You know,
Yes.
but he knew when to get out. Hell, he started late.
right?
you
Oh, yeah.
know.
Yeah.
The thing about Jericho's body, and man, dude, I don't body shame. I'm not one of those
No.
people to do that.
No,
It-
you can definitely body shame because wrestling's an aesthetic, and
well-
I've always felt like there should be different body types in wrestling. There should be different
absolutely,
But,
absolutely.
But I think it depends on who you are. I mean, for Dusty, obviously, the Viking Raiders
Yeah.
in the modern era, But Jericho's always had that kind of, even though he reinvents himself, he still has always had that rock and roll persona. He always has, because that's what he is. That's what he does. His body shape doesn't necessarily fit. And I'm not. Once again,
if you're talking about Vince Neil, absolutely.
But that's the thing, man. We're not. Look at Vince Neil, dude. Who wants to spend $200 on one of those damn tickets? I don't. I'm not going.
Right.
I'm just. I mean, you know.
But see, that's one piece of the pie. You've also got Sammy Guevara. You've also got
great.
Oh my
God, he's tremendous. Man.
That kid,
he loses every match and still gets.
I know,
but
right?
Still gets over. Yeah.
You got my man MJF.
MJF's great, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, you know, Proud and Powerful.
Oh, dude.
You know, those guys.
Example, man.
I think.
That's 4 different body types right there.
The Young Bucks.
Absolutely.
The Young Bucks, man. They're not in what you would call like cut, you know, rip, but man, they can move.
They can do it, man.
Brother, they can move.
Yeah, I can compare them to Rock and Roll Express.
And
they can,
great,
this is something else. They can work.
They can.
Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, they do the stunt style, plus they can have that psychology going
Absolutely.
as well. I'm a big fan of the Private Party.
Private Party, however, started off
very hot.
Very hot. I think that was due to the Bucks.
Yeah.
But
leveled out. You think
exposed.
it's even maybe Crash? Maybe.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I
watched this Dark this past week with that four team.
Oh yeah.
4-way, whatever.
Yeah.
4-team.
Yeah.
14 4-way.
Yeah. You know, and you mentioned this at one time, and I thought it was funny the first time I heard it. But him screaming, that high-pitched scream during that match. He probably hit it about 5 times.
Dude, it gets a little.
Match.
The first time I heard it, I was like, "Come on, dude, you got to stop that."
It never bothered me until you brought it
up. Now you can't unhear it.
It didn't bother me until he was doing it like 5 times.
Yeah.
During those matches.
It's very distracting.
Right.
It takes away from the match. I don't think they've crashed. I'm not necessarily on the same page with you guys. I hear what y'all are saying, but I definitely think they have leveled out. I think AEW in general is leveled out.
Sure,
dude. AEW came in hot, man, because people were just so. I mean, we were really anticipating, really wanted something new, something different, especially for us wrestling fans.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you look at Joey Janela.
I'm not
huge on Joey Janela.
I was big on.
I never really have been
either.
I was big on Joey, you know, previous to Dynamite.
Right, his independent work and stuff. Right,
absolutely. Here, though, however, not so much. Sean Spears.
That's a good example too, brother.
Boy, that's a big letdown.
Yes.
Sean Spears.
Yeah.
And they've done everything they can.
And this past
and he's a good worker.
Let me tell you what.
He's better than good.
He's a great worker, yeah.
And I'll go back to this past Dark. Joey Janela, Sean Spears match.
Right.
At the end, Joey Janela goes over on Sean Spears. What? Okay.
Yeah,
besides that point, Joey breaks out the White Claws. If you're familiar with the White Claws,
jeez, that's why the that's why the kids drink with their Tide
I hang out with a lot of white women. I know exactly what it is. Yeah.
How are they? How are they, dogs?
Oh, I've never tried them.
Oh, come on now! You killed one on the way in, didn't you?
No, it's too early. Wait until I put my kids to bed, then I have.
Then you have a White Claw. Yeah, the Ortiz White Claw.
Yeah. But no.
But yeah.
Okay.
So they actually broke out White Claw.
White Claws. He offers one to Sean Spears. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like Stone Cold, but
guess what happens at that point? Chug a lug.
Yeah.
Kick to the stomach.
Stunner.
So
it's a Maypop Stone Cold. We already have a Maypop Stone Cold. They call him Kevin Owens. I mean, come on.
For what it is. Absolutely. Yeah, it is.
We don't need an AEW Maypop Stone Cold.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah,
why?
That's ridiculous, man.
Why do it?
Sean Spears, I think, is a great example of how you can have all the physical talent in the world. You can have a good look, really, but man, if you don't have it, I just don't think Sean Spears has it. Do they even?
I think he had it.
You do, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the perfect 10 Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Really, man.
His
I wasn't familiar.
The perfect 10 was a great gimmick.
Right.
The big problem with Dillinger back then was he was just oversaturated with too many people on the damn roster.
Yeah, right. Kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Kind of like AEW, though, man. I mean, a lot can be... I mean, dude, I think one of the biggest issues that AEW was doing was when they just started signing up everybody. Right. Me and Jim Cornette agree on that, you know. It's like, dude, they just started bringing in everybody, you know. It's like, you only have so much TV time.
Yeah.
TV time. Yeah. It's not like they have an internet show. Well, they do have an internet show, but, you know... Anyway, man, I'm getting off my soapbox on that, but still, guys, as far as the year itself goes, 2019, AEW Emergence is, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing that's happened.
The most important thing that's happened in wrestling thus far. Actually, I'll go ahead and say it. The most important thing that's happened this decade as far as wrestling goes.
Absolutely, man. I would even say...
Maybe last decade.
I'd say 20 years,
I would disagree with that.
Really?
What would you say?
I would put that on NXT.
Not me, man.
In the decade? Absolutely.
Nah.
Really?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Because...
The emergence of NXT as a whole has produced so much talent and brought back that pure wrestling that you can't deny what they've done.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't have the same impact.
Yes, it did. I think it does.
I totally disagree. I don't even hear what you're saying.
I think AEW was that flash.
Yeah, but that was the flash. It was a bang, brother.
Yeah, it was a flashbang. Where NXT was a bomb that went off that rippled through all wrestling.
Well, for one, man,
I'll concede this much. I will say one couldn't have really happened without the others.
Totally don't hear you on that, brother.
Really?
I think AEW could have still... Yeah, man, absolutely, dude. AEW could have still... NXT is what it is, and it's a farm. It's a farm colony, basically. It's where they farm talent, man.
Yeah.
NXT's been around for years. It was Florida Championship. It was Ohio Valley.
I think they're past the farm.
They are now because AEW. But once again, that's where I go back. I don't think NXT would be in the spotlight it is now. It would still be underground. Wrestling fans like you, Mike, and not even really myself, because I wasn't even in NXT until you're like, hey, dude, they're really coming up with some stuff.
Right.
And that was due to AEW. I mean, they were just, man, it was Ohio Valley, and then it was Championship Wrestling from Florida, and then they just changed the name, man. It's been around forever.
Oh, absolutely. But
they tried. Still a thing.
Yeah, but it's not. It's still a WWE.
Actually, no, I believe doesn't Al Snow?
I think so.
Ohio Valley.
Yeah, but it's just a name alone, man.
Right.
But it was Florida wrestling, and that was good stuff. You know, me and you, Doggz,
we watched a little bit.
Yeah,
but I will say this to that point. You know, we after NXT came around, they made several attempts to make this mainstream with Nexus and
that's true.
They've
Shield,
done this.
Shield come out of there.
They've done. I mean, they've done this.
No.
Never mind.
They've done that invasion angle,
right?
But they've done it
several times, and it never took off. It took AEW to put those guys to get the competition rolling.
So. Well,
I think that's why competition breeds competition.
Well, and I think Triple H had a lot to do with that too, man. When Triple H got his hands on,
that's a damn fine point. Absolutely.
And I've said it on this show a few times. I'm not the biggest Triple H fan as the wrestler, but I'll tell you this much: I am a fan of him as management. Triple H is a fan, brother. He lives it. He's like us, man. He lives it, he eats it, he breathes it.
Totally.
And you could tell that when he got his hands on NXT.
He just gets paid for it.
Yeah, very well, too, man. I mean, he had to marry the boss's daughter to get there. But hey, man,
I can think of worse things.
I could too, brother. I was about to say, man, you know, it ain't the worst life to live. You know, I'm sure. Then again, being Vince McMahon's son-in-law can't be easy, man. I can't even watch Vince on TV. Could you imagine?
You just gotta stay.
Dinner?
I mean, you just gotta stay in shape. But he was already in shape. So what's the problem?
But one thing I'll say to Mikey's point. And I'll definitely hear you on this, for real hear you on this. NXT has produced some outstanding talent, man. Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Dude, without a doubt. But as far as impact in the world of wrestling, no TNA puns intended there. Dude, AEW, man, it's just been the God, man. I think
it's just been a flash, honestly, where NXT has had the bigger impact. This is just a flash. I think they definitely need to work on it and work on the show and work on the product as much as they possibly can.
Well, you talking about AEW or
yes.
NXT? I think both should, honestly.
Well, we've talked about this with NXT. The only thing that they lack is that entertainment.
Yes, yeah.
That you get from like the main shows,
like in AEW.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, a lot of AEW is too much entertainment.
It walks a line.
Yes.
I think they do a good balance. I think they can go. I think they can cross that line a little bit, but they definitely walk a better balance than definitely the Big E's.
Well, let me ask you this. So we have gone maybe 5 years. Actually, let's say 10. Don't count John Cena as our next big thing.
Good.
Our Hogan, our
Stone Cold,
our Stone Cold, our Rock.
Yeah.
We have gone a long time without seeing our next guy. It is very possible that next guy could, or gal, who knows, could emerge next year. Out of 4 shows that we've got here, who do you think has the biggest chance?
Keith Lee.
You think Keith Lee?
Keith Lee. 100%, man.
Wow.
John Moxley being a close second. Hey, and man, we still have Brock. I don't care what anybody says, dude.
Come on.
Brock is still the man. I mean, he always.
I mean,
you know what? I'm just going to call him John Cena because I haven't seen him.
But you do make a good point about Cena, though.
As far as money wise, I would say Brock.
Brock
has dominated this past decade.
Yeah. He's been this.
He's the draw.
He's been this John Cena. I see what you're saying.
He is. No, I'm talking the draw, but I mean our real go-getters like
John Cena,
like
Cena. That was the
Hogan,
last one.
Austin, Rock.
I would say with Cena, it was that 2000s.
The Ruthless Aggression era.
Yes.
We really haven't had an era since the Ruthless Aggression. Not really. I mean,
PG.
The PG era, but
that was
the PG
mostly,
era, but we didn't. Nobody
Cena's.
came out
that
of
was
that.
Cena. That was the end of Cena, I would say. As Cena started kind of
moving towards movies and things of that nature.
Because even Ruthless Aggression, you still have the Rock around.
Yeah.
It was kind of that transitional time.
Yeah.
I still think Brock is the man, but I don't think he's.
But he's not like Cena. He's not legend.
He's not like a Cena. He's not like a Rock. He's not.
Yeah, he's not going to be iconic. He's not going. Well, now when I say iconic, let me. Okay.
You mean the Iconics? No, they could be.
No. Now when I say iconic, I'm talking about. Do you put him in the same category as Hulk Hogan? Before you answer, think about this, because Hogan, you can ask everybody across the world. Say, who is Hulk Hogan?
They'll know.
90% of the world's population are going to know who Hogan is.
It's hard to top that, though.
Yeah, The Rock. That's
The
only
Rock,
one
same
that
thing.
comes
Austin, same thing.
I don't think Austin does, man. On that
Maybe
same
not
level.
as much, but
I would say if you said Brock Lesnar or somebody, definitely they're going to know.
At least a sports person, man. Now, as far as overall,
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't. I think
he's there,
least,
but there's an asterisk beside his name.
At least you've heard this name.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think Brock's kind of up there with Ric Flair. Ric Flair is still mainstream and people know him, but he's not the same Hulk Hogan or The Rock.
There's the Hogan, Rock, Austin. There's that tier.
See, I don't even put Austin up there, honestly. With The Rock.
I definitely do.
Not with Rock and Hogan, man, because
everybody knew Austin. Everybody knew Austin in the Attitude Era.
But Hulk Hogan is for sure an icon.
Without question.
He's 80s, man. Right. I mean, he's up there with Mr. T and Duran Duran. I mean, I'm just saying, as far as 80s and iconic figures go.
Oh, he went into the 90s. He reinvented himself with Hollywood.
That's true. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And obviously, The Rock is the highest paid actor in Hollywood, so obviously everybody knows who The Rock is.
Yeah.
Steve Austin, man,
was lightning in a bottle, much like Hogan was.
Absolutely. I put Austin and Flair and even Brock. I kind of put all the even Roddy Piper's another one that's
I'll give you Piper because
Macho Man too, because of Slim Jim.
We'll put an asterisk beside it, but yeah.
But I think it's definitely one thing we can all agree on. And I hear what you're saying. I mean, damn it, see, Mikey's ruined it for me, man. That's like my catchphrase. And now I'm like,
but see, here's my thing. Who's that
next level?
Who's that next level guy? Do we? I like Adam Cole.
He's a great worker. Man.
I love this guy,
but
I don't know if he has the size.
I don't either, man.
No.
I think for wrestling fans, for WWE,
sure,
fans,
the indie darling,
sure.
whatever. It's Daniel Bryan.
I mean, even Becky Lynch, man. I mean, because me and Mikey crap all over Becky Lynch every week.
Hey, I like Lynch. That ain't it. It ain't Seth Rollins.
And they tried to push her way too hard, too fast. But they did try to make
that about Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, but Ronda Rousey's definitely mainstream. Dude.
But see, there was an asterisk beside her name too because she was already legendary status before she came in there.
Yeah, she was a star coming in. For sure, man, for sure. And she's about to go into movies and stuff too.
Was she that next?
No.
Yeah.
I think if they had played it right and they would have given her more time to train, I think she could have been.
Possible. It's a possibility.
What about Roman?
No, same thing as with Becky, dude. I think they just try to push it too much too fast, man.
He could have been. I think he could have been.
I think he could have been. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's what it is, man. WWE is trying to create stars instead of having stars
create themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. Like The Rock, man. They didn't plan on The Rock being The Rock. They didn't plan on Stone Cold being Stone Cold.
No, they had no idea.
No,
or
right. Or Cena, for that matter, man. Even Hulk Hogan to a degree, because he was already doing the Hulkamania thing when Vince just knew how to market Hulk Hogan, man.
Right.
Let's keep it real. But yeah, man, they're like, okay, well, we need the next Stone Cold, so Kevin Owens start doing the stunner. It's not.
Yeah, it's manufactured and it's garbage and
it's produced.
And it
doesn't work.
Shows that it's overproduced.
It's got to be organic, man.
And damn it, I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it a million more. When it looks overproduced, that means you've got a garbage product.
I agree with you, man. It's got to be organic, and if you don't have that organic connect. No, one thing I'll say about Becky Lynch, like I said, man, we really do not. We really don't put Becky Lynch over on our shows, man. In fact, I'm surprised, people haven't. If they'd ever listened, man, we get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Thank God we have the low views. But I think, man, that there was that organic fan connection with her at the very beginning, man. There was, I think when she got her nose broke, a botch. Right. I always thought it was kind of ironic that a botch put her over.
She was already on her way.
She was on her way.
That catapulted her.
And I think it just catapulted her too much. And I think the writers in the WWE were like, hey, let's jump on this and let's push it.
And why wouldn't you?
It doesn't not make sense. Unfortunately,
because we got the same thing from the Austin not tapping, reaching out, that iconic video.
That is iconic, man, for pro wrestling. The problem with Becky Lynch is they didn't probably realize how terrible her promos are. Dude, she ranks right up there with Andre.
Would stop. She needs to take some acting classes.
Yes.
Just stop reading the damn things.
Yes.
And feel it, man.
Feel it, man.
Hey, wasn't she in a Marine movie?
I don't know. I don't watch the Marines.
The first one was pretty good, dude. The first one was seen.
I never saw it. I never saw it.
I liked it, dude. I
actually now that I'm seeing, because somebody got me the Marine.
Like 8 or something.
I think it was. Honestly, I think it was 5.
Yeah.
I think she was in the same one that the Miz was in, right?
I think so.
Wait a minute, the Miz has been in a couple.
Shawn Michaels was in
Shawn
one.
Michaels was in that. I think she whipped up on Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
The first one was cool, man. I don't give a shit with anybody. You can hate if you want to hate, man. I like the first Marine with John Cena. I like a lot of John Cena's movies. He's hilarious in Cop Blockers, dude. He's hilarious in Cop Blockers.
I did watch about half of Cop Blockers. It was funny.
He's hilarious in that one, man. He's definitely coming.
Well, he was. I thought he was really funny in Trainwreck.
I didn't watch Trainwreck.
It's hard for me to watch anything with Shawn Michaels in it.
Boy, it's hard for Shawn Michaels to watch.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
Mikey's making fun of Shawn Michaels right now. If we had video, you could see Mikey making fun of Shawn Michaels' lazy eye right now. I see what you're saying over here, and Shawn Michaels sees what he's saying over there.
What happened with Shawn Michaels from...
Just what happened with Shawn Michaels, man. Just periods.
I lost my smile.
Oh,
lost my smile. That's what happened, McMahon.
Okay, he went for... All right, remember how Shane McMahon used to run around when he was younger? Just run around. You know, that's all he would do.
Yeah.
Somehow, Shawn Michaels did that. He's like, okay. Somehow, Shawn Michaels went from being, you know, just incredibly cool.
Oh, yeah.
To whenever he came back, it was like Butch and Spot, you know, with Triple H being the big dog.
I'm with you.
And Shawn Michaels just kind of running circles around him, yipping.
Yeah. Hey, Spot. Hey, Spot. Hey. Yeah.
It was when they came back from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you wanna, or Triple H, you wanna fight? Michaels starts taking his jacket off. They turned around and looked at him. Oh, it's cold in here. I'm sorry, put this back on.
God almighty. I think he lost his
What
strength.
was that?
He lost his strength when he lost his hair like Samson.
And he lost his smile.
And he lost his smile.
I mean...
Oh, Shawn Michaels I was a huge Shawn Michaels fan back in the day, man, but he's one of those guys that needs to stay retired. I mean, you know, none of he basically is. I mean, he comes back for that Saudi money, you know, which...
And, you know,
well,
dude,
can't blame him, man.
I'd go back for that Saudi money.
Oh, hell, man. I'd go back for just... I don't know, man.
That's like you want
NXT money.
You want me and Tyson Fury to go 5-star? No problem. We got it.
Right. I would do it for a Big Mac, dude. It's like, okay.
I'm not going to Saudi Arabia for a Big Mac.
No, absolutely not. I won't even go. I won't even go to Gastonia for a Big Mac.
I won't go to McDonald's for a Big Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, they got DoorDash now.
Yeah.
I'm calling Grubhub.
I'm calling this shit, man. I'm calling
45 minutes later.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, better have your microwave on.
Yeah,
for real.
Well, what about Bray Wyatt?
The Fiend, man. I mean, it started out great.
I think they're holding strong. Now I thought they were going to kill it. I thought they were. When they did Bray Wyatt versus Miz, they did exactly what I wanted them to do. Finally, with him being the nice, silly guy, but he's still the Fiend, but not really.
Yeah. Kind of walking that line a little bit.
You're not down with it, Mike? Well, tell me about it.
To me, it's already dead.
Because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I agree. He never should have got that damn belt.
He's one of those guys that didn't need it.
Yeah.
He never.
He killed it. That Hell in a Cell with Seth.
Killed it, man.
Killed it.
Killed it.
Him getting the title from Seth just put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
it should. No, I agree 1,000%. It should never. That idea should have never been brought to the writer's table in the first place.
He's one of those guys that didn't. Well, I know we just said it. He just didn't need the belt. That you don't do something like. In my opinion, you don't do something like that until that character starts dying out. Then you put him in the title picture. Then that gives him a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
But man, going into it so hot that you could have had years.
Yeah.
And you could have made other stars with him. Once again, man, I just don't think the WWE writers get it, man. They're soap opera writers.
Yeah.
They don't get the psychology, man. They need to bring back some old. Hey, what about when they brought back Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff for a week? That was a big deal for 2019. It was for a week.
It was. It didn't last.
Now Paul Heyman is still with Raw, but Bruce Pritchard, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Dana Warrior.
Hey, dude, I always go back. Why not? That was always my argument. It's like, why not,
but
man?
Okay, now we've seen why not.
But I mean, would it have been any better without her? I mean, come on, man, really?
Well,
seriously?
Even still with Paul and Bruce there, it's
still not showing.
No, it's not.
It's because Vince shoots down everything, dude. It still has to go through Vince. That's why NXT is good. Is because Vince McMahon doesn't okay it.
Yeah.
It goes through Triple H. The way I understand it, and I may be wrong about that, but the way I understand it,
I want to know which writer brought this Lana Lashley.
Another
Rusev
2019.
I want to say it was Paul.
You think it was Heyman?
It almost sounds
think,
like a Heyman idea.
I think Paul has been working with her a lot.
And it does sound like something that, well, I mean, look at some of those
I would
ECW.
hate to think that.
Dude, this is the same guy who brought us the Raven, Beulah McGillicuddy, Sandman.
30 years ago.
30 years ago, dude. It's the same kind of gimmick, just without that edge. It's been watered down. 25 years. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
does
And
sound
I
like
didn't care about that shit then either. I did. I mean, I guess I did, but I didn't. But Beulah was.
Well,
that was great.
It was good stuff because they would keep it in the ring, man. It always came together in a match.
Yeah. But I will say this to defend it. They were better than what we had with. Instead of Lashley and Lana,
and Rusev even.
I like Rusev.
I do too. I like Rusev.
I love Rusev.
Sure, but he's not the character that Raven or
he's
Sandman
He's
or
not.
Beulah. I mean, they're not the same characters.
You've got Lashley and you've got Lana. These are two of the worst players on the roster.
They can't talk.
Bar none.
Lana can't talk.
If you can find me somebody worse than Lashley.
As far as bell to bell?
Bell to bell on the mic, pick.
No, I think he's got decent ring work.
I don't think he's terrible.
He's gotten better this year.
The mic, dude.
It's awful. It's unwatchable.
Yeah. They basically take the two worst talkers and put them in the biggest angle that's been carrying over.
Yeah.
They give them the most mic time.
Yeah,
I mean, who comes up with that?
Yeah,
that's.
I mean, only person I can say worse than Lana is Vicky Guerrero.
But Vicky was funny though.
At least Vicky had a little pop to
it. Yeah. Speaking of, good demonstration there. Speaking of pops, but no, man, Vicky was funny. That "excuse me" line.
I mean,
that was
it was irritating, but she knew She knew it was irritating. She doesn't have go away heat.
Like Lana. The only other person I think that cuts a worse promo than her is probably Becky Lynch, and she's another one that they put into these heavy.
Oh no! I think Bailey cuts a much worse promo than Becky Lynch.
Bailey can work, brother.
Bailey can work.
She can work.
Oh, what I say this morning? You had a Raw Becky Lynch and Asuka promo, and it's hard because you can't understand, what's going on. Or what's being said, and then you have Asuka.
That's it, dude. I mean, I've never seen anybody who speaks English need subtitles before. Like I say, she is the Andre the Giant of promos in the modern era. She is, man. Becky Lynch is to the modern promo what Andre was in the 80s.
I will squeeze, I'll squeeze, and never stop.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, man, that's Becky. Dude.
Savage. Miss Elizabeth.
Now say the same
most
thing.
Beautiful woman I have ever seen.
Now say the same thing, but put in Asuka or Charlotte Flair.
Well, here the man comes around.
That's it. That's Becky.
Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Hey, say honeycomb. Honeycomb's big. Yeah.
It's not small. No.
Dude, I'm hurting, man. I'm literally over here hurting. My ribs hurt. Oh my God, man. Dude, that's the show. I mean, let's just do that for another 30 minutes.
We could just do this all day.
Yeah, man, seriously. We may actually get views. I mean, did y'all hear this shit?
Oh my God.
You gotta hear this.
Yeah.
Between her and Aunt Bailey, it's
but at least Bailey can get it done in the ring.
Aunt Bailey.
Aunt Bailey, I call it because the new haircut and the heel turn just makes.
I love the haircut.
I do too. I think it works for the heel.
Sure.
For the heel
I don't
turn.
think she knows how to be a heel. It's almost.
She's kind of.
It's
with it.
It's painful to watch.
Right.
I don't know, man. I
get uncomfortable watching it.
One heel turn that I really did like was Asuka's. I like
Yeah.
that. I think that was really good.
Asuka can do that.
Now, let me ask you, brother. I'm going to pick on you too, Doggz, since we haven't really picked on you yet. You
What?
know. And this is the PUDcast, so
Okay.
we got to get it in. Last year, the year 2019 started out with the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And we had a women's match in the Royal Rumble
Yes.
that we're having a rematch for this Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Becky Lynch versus Asuka. How many stars did you give that on your show?
I don't remember.
I
Five.
think
You
it's
gave it
5.
five. You gave
it
it
was
5. You gave it
Was it
5
five?
stars.
1,
You gave
2,
it 5
3, 4, 5.
5.
I got my
Perfect. It's a perfect score.
Okay,
5
yeah.
out of 5.
At the time, I agreed. Yeah.
We didn't.
No.
I don't care. I don't
ask
do this as a work for you too.
But we're the ones that
but
It's a
listen.
pirate ship.
You're on our podcast now.
Yeah, man, we're gonna pick on you, dude. I gotta confess something, man. Like we had a little heat, man, cause I called you up like, what the fuck? Cause dude,
I thought that it was.
What's wrong with it?
what was wrong with
No,
it? That's why. Yeah.
It's like, what was wrong with it?
Dude, I was on my walk,
Yeah.
and I'm walking, and I watched the match, and I'm walking.
It was a long walk.
Yeah.
It was a long walk.
It was a long walk.
It
Yeah.
was a long walk production. And I'm walking, man, and I hear, and you're like, 5 stars. I'm like, what? And I started laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever. So the next,
I think if I remember correctly, I did concede and I took it down to like 4 stars, I believe.
you said that to me personally, but you never went on the podcast to say that.
Yeah, it's history. I don't care.
But no, man, what got me?
Mistakes were made.
But dude, I was like, what the fuck? Because I laughed. I'm like, well, okay. But then the next match was with Sheamus and Cesaro, I think,
Yeah.
versus
No, I thought-
Miz
Miz and Shane McMahon.
which wasn't that bad of a match. I mean, it was definitely
For what
better.
it
It was a
was.
better match.
Yeah.
It was definitely a better match.
Yeah.
And you're all like, oh, that shit sucked, man. You didn't say that.
I think,
you was like, oh,
it
it's
was
3 stars at best. I'm like, whoa, motherfucker. I'm like, hold on, you're gonna give Becky
3 stars
and
is
Asuka-
great. 3 stars is usually a pretty damn good match.
But you gave Becky and Asuka 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, there's no way
Yeah.
that match.
It's perfect.
So my question for you, so I just had to fuck with you, but
Okay.
I had to, but I called
I'll
him
stand
up.
by it.
I called him up and said, dude, what the fuck, man? There ain't no way. Yeah, fuck you, man. It was a 5-star match. Fuck you, man. It was 2 stars. And fuck you, it was 5, blah, blah, blah. So we're going back and forth, man. And I think I finally said, okay, you dropped it a star and I gave it a star. I think it's what we ended up doing. Okay,
Yeah.
it gets 3. Okay, fuck it, gets 4.
Yeah.
So we're like 3.5, fuck it. But, dude, let
Did
me
you
ask
just use a fraction?
Oh, fuck.
Ha
Motherfucker.
Oh,
But see you next week. I'll have a good one.
2019.
2020 is coming up, Doggz.
God damn it. This is why this is why I hate waking up on Saturday mornings sometimes, man. This is why, man. I want to go home and play a video game now.
I hear what you're saying.
God damn it, man. But my question is, do you think this year's is going to be another 5-star match?
Oh God, no.
You don't think so, really?
No, I think that the hype has wore off.
Yep.
I think that
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God, that horrible tag match from the TLC.
Did you watch? Yeah, you watched TLC, didn't
oh
you?
God, refresh my memory here.
The Charlotte
the main
Becky
event.
against Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Oh fucking
The one where
Christ.
Kara got hurt, man. She got
Yeah.
concussed.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
It got real somber, man. It's like the whole mood just dropped when that match came up.
Yeah.
We're all
What
laughing.
talk about? You want to fight me about that? What?
What do you want to know?
Tom just got depressed, man. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't watch it, man.
I think it was.
That was Survivor Series, wasn't it?
No, TLC.
TLC.
Was it TLC?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because it was a TLC match.
Yeah,
right.
it was. Yeah, they burned the hell out of that one.
And that's the main event,
I mean,
too,
there was potential there for there to be something, but they fucking burned it up,
But man, even on the Raws leading up to it, they had 2 handicap matches, dude. You know,
It was.
I don't like.
TLC was not a bad pay per view.
Yeah.
It really was.
Pay-per-view.
It was not
It was
bad.
a terrible
Hey, y'all keep
pay-per-view.
going, man. I
No,
have
no.
to take a break.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
gotta take a break. No, it
y'all
wasn't.
keep going.
It wasn't bad.
I
It
am.
had a lot of
Fight me
potential
about
to
this.
be great.
And because it's got potential to be great doesn't mean it's a good pay-per-view.
No,
this is a terrible fucking pay-per-view.
No, I agree. They fucking dropped the ball, man. They absolutely did. It's like, but there was. See, the problem is, I feel like they're. I got to be careful how I say this.
Okay. Yeah.
They're booking this shit on the fly, man.
I don't think they are. I think they're doing it. I think they're booking it. They just have no way out.
There's.
I think they're booking it long term, but they just don't know what the long term is going to be.
You think?
Yeah.
God, that's depressing to think about.
Right.
I feel like they're running this like a month out, and then they're just like they're taking the paper that they wrote down, throwing it over their shoulder, and then it was like, okay, we'll see you then.
Right.
And they're putting no promotion behind it. They're putting no push behind anything. It's the past 3 pay-per-views have been that way.
Yeah.
No push, no anything. I thought that TLC had great potential, and yeah.
And
I'm trying to remember. What were some of the other matches here?
Let's see.
Because I know there was some stuff about TLC that I did like.
Opening match, terrible.
That was the opening match was Umberto and
that was a kickoff.
Yeah.
Umberto and Andrade.
Yeah, that was a good
kickoff match. That wasn't even on the fucking pay-per-view.
Right. No, I count it. I
don't because you can't even go back on the network and watch this fucking match.
Amen, dude. A kickoff.
Sure you can go to the kickoff.
Bullshit.
You can. You go to TLC Kickoff 2019. It'll be right there.
Is it on there for real?
Yeah, it's on there.
Mike, he's saying it's on there.
Oh, fuck, it ain't on the pay-per-view.
I agree with you. I agree with Mike, man. I think that you have your pre-show.
No, they don't count it. I agree.
Yeah, well, I don't think it should. I mean, I think it's the pay-per-view, man. I mean, it's the first match of the pay-per-view. Kickoffs don't count, man. I mean, that's like saying, I don't know what it's like saying, but I agree with Mike. Doggz, I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying, too.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree.
But I'm sure that match was pretty good, though. Those guys are
it was a damn good match.
Those guys were a great match. Yeah.
Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible match.
That was
I
a
like
good
Buddy
one.
Murphy, man.
Otherwise, throw the whole thing away.
I'm trying to think.
The rest of it was a turd.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been too memorable because the only thing that I remember about TLC was the fucking main.
The ladder match.
Yeah. That's the only thing that I honestly remember.
Well, guys, let's keep talking about. Let's calm down. Let's everybody chill.
I ain't calming down shit.
Fuck you.
Happy New Year.
Bunch of fucking cornets up in here.
Hey, you know what? No, we're not going there. No.
You know what I want to do?
Thank you, Lawler.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to take you fucking cornets. I'm going to strap you to a moped.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Wait a minute. What do you
No.
And then we're going across the sea.
Don't say it.
I'm sure you got that from your underage girlfriend, Jerry Lawler.
Oh,
that moped.
How dare you, sir?
More like tricycle. But hey, guys, something we should talk about since it's supposed to be the year in review.
Oh, goddamn.
Well, that's what we've been arguing about.
Oh yeah, well, true that. What about the Saudi Arabia shows?
Garbage. I think as much as we all have different opinions.
Sure.
But I think that we can come together not only in this room but as a nation,
as a people,
and say that Super Showdown and
Super
Crown
Jewel
is garbage.
Hot garbage.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Well, And what about the biggest show of the year, WrestleMania? I mean, I thought WrestleMania this year was okay.
WrestleMania was good, but WrestleMania was too that's the thing that we take away. We don't take away.
Yeah, it was, dude. Yes.
That's the thing. This is my problem. We don't remember the fact that this was the first time that we had the women in the main event. This is the first time of this and the attendance and the thing and the face. No, that's not what we take away from this WrestleMania. We take away this was 19 and a half hours long.
It started in February.
It started March 29th. It ended March 30th.
It really did.
I mean,
right. Really, it did. Technically, yeah. That's crazy, man.
For us, it did. Everybody else, it went on into the next day.
I watched that shit for 4 days, brother. I watched it in parts over 4 days.
Let me tell you. I think it also needs to be mentioned that when Seth won the Universal title,
I thought that was a pretty
Brock,
big deal.
It was like the first.
It was the first match, though. It was the first match.
What?
Yeah, that should have been. That should have been your headliner. And I understand we want to put the women in. You're trying to make history, but once again, it's forced history, man.
Well,
and I think it's a detriment to the show.
To the end.
I will.
That's what I'm saying. Why not
this much as far as that being first match goes? That was a little bit. That was about half of that was on Brock. Because Brock said, look, I'm either on last or I'm on first because I'm leaving.
It should have been like,
and
what?
they said, well.
Or you could be the boss.
Yeah.
Or you could be the boss and say, but no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but
I agree.
But the truth of the matter is, man, and I understand trying to push the women's division, but man, it's got to happen organically. It's got to happen like it did in TNA when they had the knockout division.
Yeah.
Where they dropped the ball is they didn't push it like WWE tried to push it.
Mm-hmm.
If those two could switch roles, it would have been perfect.
Right.
And so, but they did it to the detriment of the overall show, man, because that last match wasn't that great, man.
And it
really wasn't, and it didn't get over like Brock and Seth would have. I mean, it just wouldn't have. It just didn't, man.
No.
Yeah.
And the biggest issue is they're trying to create lightning in a bottle.
That's
and
the thing.
You can't.
Exactly, brother.
Instead of trying to instead of just letting them go.
Yes.
Which is what I see. Well, I was seeing AEW doing that. It looks like they're getting a little more structured now.
They're leveling out. Mikey says they're crashing. I'm saying they're leveling.
You think they're crashing? I think they're
leveling out, man.
I think they're fine.
I love it, man. I love AEW.
I think there needs to be a restructure.
Really?
Yes.
Like how?
How so?
Yeah. Explain yourself.
We talked about this. Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah. They lost. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a mistake. That's why. Why did we do that? Why did we have that great big
build up? Yeah.
Build for them to
just
wrestle them 2 weeks later and lose
them.
I mean,
No, I agree with that, man.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I actually do agree with it. Oh, it looks like somebody forgot to turn the ringer off, Mike.
What kind of an animal would do that?
Good Lord, brother. I mean, what do you think? This is a work or something? Oh, wait.
Yeah, but I'm on call when I have to do that.
That's true. That's true, man. But I've actually heard it on there. Oh, man, you got to
think we ain't on call, motherfucker?
We're on call all the time, goddammit. You know how in demand the PUDs are right now, brother? None at all. but we are going to be on pay-per-view next week.
We'll be on demand.
Yeah, we are on demand, brother. Yeah, we are, brother. Yeah, man.
That sounds better than being on call.
It does, doesn't it?
I can't imagine it being worse.
It can't be worse, brother. Yeah. Hey, I want to make y'all feel old for a minute because I had a thought last night. You know, we're going into 2020.
No.
I hear what you're saying.
I don't want to.
Think about this, guys. 20 years ago today, we were only a couple days away from the first Millennium Wrestling Federation show.
Yeah.
We were days away from the first time that banner.
How about that?
Flew.
Huh? Yeah,
20 years. Now, to make you feel even older.
Okay.
The time you were born to that time, it's been almost as long from that time as it is to now.
Yeah.
Ain't that a trip, man?
Well, I will see that making you feel old, and I'll raise you.
All right.
This is going to put you guys on the floor.
I'm already on the floor.
Everybody here is in their 40s, yes? Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes, they are. You realize we only have about 30 summers left.
Before he die.
No, 30 summers.
Where the fuck is this going?
God damn,
30
dude.
summers left
Happy New Year?
that we will actually enjoy.
I don't enjoy shit now.
Somebody told me that the other day, and I started doing the math. It turns out he was right, and I haven't been right since.
You've never been right, brother.
No, but I've been very depressed.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. I guess until next time, this is Jason and Mike. Thanks, Doggz, for
You got it.
coming on.
Son
We
of
will
a
find
bitch.
it. We will find both of them dead in their bathtub. Happy New Year.
Well, I was going to talk about the question
See you
mark.
in 30 summers.
Who talks like that in 30
I don't.
summers, man?
It's this incredibly depressing guy that I work with.
Jesus, man. I mean, what's this motherfucker from the damn Middle Ages? 30 summers ago.
He was man. He said he's
Many
this,
moons.
He was this 30-year-old. He was
Fortnight.
actually. See, he actually wasn't talking to me. He was talking to another guy, and he was like,
Motherfucker from The Witcher or some shit, man.
I mean, he was like,
30
"Hey,
summers.
man," he's like, "Yeah, man, I turned 52 the other day." He's like, "50s, huh? You're in your 50s? Damn, man, you got 20 summers left."
Who talks like
and
that?
I was like, "What?" He was like, "How old are you?" I was like,
Fuck you,
I'm
Nostradamus.
40, I'm 44. He's like, "You got 30." I'm
you
like,
predicted on me.
God,
Yeah, man. I mean,
like
30 summers.
the reality of that hit me, and I'm like, Jesus, he's right.
Like I said, that sounds like some
I'm
shit.
gonna kill you now.
That just sounds like some shit you hear on Game of Thrones or something.
Yeah,
30
30.
summers ago, you were born. I mean, come what?
Homo, homo, homo,
Yeah.
homo, homo, homo. Homo, 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 homo.
Well,
You'll meet great fate.
in 30 summers.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
Come the fuck on. Man, somebody needs to scratch off these 30 summer nuts is what they need.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
So,
guys, yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Where the
do
fuck
we
is
have
that?
any
I hear what
predictions
you're
for
saying.
2020?
Well, other than being
I don't
chronically
understand 30,
depressed.
I don't understand 30 summer
summer.
nuts.
It's like winter nuts, it's just they're sweatier. It's
Are they on the TV?
What's the difference between motherfucker? If they're on YouTube,
he can set them on anything he wants to.
I can put them on YouTube if I want. hey, what's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts?
What?
Beer nuts are about $1.50. Deer nuts are under $1.
That's terrible. Get out.
All right. Well, speaking of getting out, man, predictions. Well, I'll tell you what. Before
I predict we should have some new material in 2020.
yeah, man. Can you bring the A shit next time, man?
No.
No. Well, I tell you what. Before we end the show,
Yeah.
let's talk about what we think the 3 biggest moments of the year were for pro wrestling. Mikey, why don't you go first, brother?
Oh, God, okay. Put it on the spot.
Everything but
Okay.
AEW?
Wow. 3
3, man. Your 3 biggest moments of the year.
of the year.
Of the year, 2019.
year.
Of the
Okay,
2019,
okay.
2019.
Not the decade.
Not the decade, man.
Okay,
No,
of the
no.
year.
Yeah.
Let me see. I would say the AEW pay-per-views.
Okay.
You know, I guess even before it was called.
All in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Need that Jeopardy music, man. I got to get that sampler
Yeah, I know.
fixed, man. I got to get on that. Maybe next year.
let's see. The Wednesday Night Wars, the beginning of those.
Yep.
For sure. And the introduction of Power.
Power. Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically mine, too. But we'll get to me in a minute.
Okay, now are we talking about the most positive things or just the
biggest,
biggest
in your
thing.
opinion, man, the biggest things that happened this year.
the biggest things that happened? I would say the only number one would be the Wednesday Night Wars.
Okay.
The other two are extremely negative because
Well, of course they are.
All right. The 30 Summers.
30
Summers.
30 Summers over here. That's your new nickname. It used to be $2. Now it's 30 Summers.
Yeah.
Hey, 30 Summers. How bad do you want to depress us for the rest of the day? I mean, you're already there. I mean, let's
I would say, so we got the Wednesday Night Wars was huge.
Son of a bitch. That just hit me.
Yeah, right?
30 Summers.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Stew on that one for the next
For
the next summer.
29.
Son of a bitch.
Every year, how many summers do we have left? 29 next year. Yeah.
But I think Hell in the Cell
really
what got more clicks than Hell in the Cell?
Okay.
It wasn't positive, but it happened.
Yeah,
All right.
And the number one for me would probably the biggest bag over the head punch in the goddamn face would be that January apology that we got from WWE saying, we know this is
the family.
Yeah, this is the McMahons come out with that. We know things haven't been but we're going to turn this around. Well, how'd we do, folks?
Not too good, brothers.
That's
a good one, man. I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I've never forgotten.
Wow, that is, man. That's a good one.
Wow.
For me, dude, they're basically going to mirror what Mikey said. Basically, number 3 for me would probably be just the AEW coming out, man. Just something new.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the Wednesday Night War, but definitely something new to come out
with the pay-per-views.
The pay-per-view, the all-in, basically. Number 2, I gotta say, man, is probably bringing out some new stars. I would say the talent expansion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like Keith Lee,
right,
and things like that. So I guess NXT's rise to more mainstream. AEW coming out the next, or NXT, and my last one, man, is NWA Power, without a doubt. And along with that, dude, I mean, just all the people that's been reintroduced, like Trevor Murdoch, the new guys coming out, like the Question Mark. I mean, dude, that's one of the most organic over gimmicks ever.
Right.
So that I gotta say, man, that's my 3. AEW or a new person coming in, new power coming into play.
And see, that's another that's my other the negative with goes along with that apology, because in that apology I said we've got about 6 new superstars that we're bringing up.
Right.
Now, we know about the Viking Raiders,
which are awesome. I love.
We know about Heavy Machinery, and we know about Lacey Evans.
Right.
Anybody remember those other guys? EC3.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
How about Lars Sullivan?
Lars Sullivan, man. He really shit the bed.
I think that has a lot to do with himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Personally.
He shit the bed on that one, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He beat himself. He totally did.
Yeah. Going on, for anybody doesn't know, he went online, had a lot of very far right wing opinions, and you just can't do that today.
Yeah,
you can't have opinions
unless you got your own podcast.
Or or it falls in line with mainstream opinion. It is what it is.
Which is why for the next 15 minutes I want to talk to you guys about Donald Trump.
Oh my God! I tell you, we barely dodged that bullet with Chris Eisenberg last week, brother.
I know. That's why I brought that up. That's the only reason.
Boy, howdy, man! Did we dodge that bullet? We look like the Matrix up in here, boy, dodging that shit.
No, you guys know I'd never do that. That's
no Trump talk. No Trump talk.
No. I'm only kidding. That's
well, Doggz, I tell you what, you shouldn't be
kidding. The only president
about.
I ever recognized was Jack Tunney.
Amen, brother. Amen.
There it is.
There you go.
Well, Gorilla Monsoon. He was president.
Oh yeah, Gorilla Monsoon. You got
to put him in there, man.
Yeah, totally.
Frank Tunney, Gorilla Monsoon. The Mount Rushmore.
Did you just call him Frank Tunney?
Frank Tunney was.
That was his brother, wasn't it?
Dad.
It was his dad.
Yeah. Is that right? Is that right?
He wasn't the president, though.
Well, he was he was the president's dad. That's kind of
Maple Leaf Wrestling.
Maple Leaf, man. Yeah, that's why I get him mixed up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he owned Maple Leaf.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
man. Yes.
Wow, that's a deep pull.
Mark. Back at you, motherfucker. But hey, Doggz, man, something that I do want to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And I know we talked about this as work a little bit in Long Walk Productions and Long Walk Talks. Also, man, you guys, your theater group, Free Reign Theater.
Yeah,
you
baby.
got They Fight coming up.
They Fight is coming up in March.
Talk about that, brother.
Man, we are doing this. Usually we'll do a 2-week run. This is an exclusive one. We're only doing 1 week.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is going to be, we're doing a Thursday show, a Friday show, a Saturday show, and a Sunday matinee.
Oh,
and
really?
That's it.
Okay.
That's because we got to make room for some other stuff, and so
Right.
this is on a limited basis, so people want to get in on this.
Well, tell the people out there. I know we were putting it over the other week. Didn't get a chance to put it over last week with Chris and Don in the studio. Didn't really get a chance to bring it up, but I put it over the other week, and I want you to put it over. What exactly is They Fight? What is this?
They Fight is some of the best fight scenes that ever came out of literature.
Okay.
It's
Not just Shakespeare either,
not
right?
just
Okay,
Shakespeare.
okay.
It's like we've decided to expand past Shakespeare. For example, some of the things I don't think I'm giving too much
I was going
away.
to say, don't
I don't want to spoil the broth too much. But well, you guys remember the story of the Three Musketeers?
Sure, man. I love their candy bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and as I, the Three
They're really
Musketeers was that was
It's whipped milk. No, there's no nougat in it, man.
No
It's whipped-
nougat.
No nougat.
No.
No,
Thought it had nougat.
no, man. Three Musketeers never had nougat.
What's it got?
It's just whipped chocolate, man. It's really good.
and,
whip it
and
good.
caramel.
No, there's no caramel in Three
There's
Musketeers.
caramel
No,
in there.
Not, man. No,
Look
it's
over
not.
there and see if there's a Milky.
Yeah, man.
There's
Well,
nothing milky over there.
No, not a Milky Way. Three Musketeers.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Three Musketeers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Let's see. Nah, man. No, dude. It's just whipped chocolate, man.
Man,
Oh no, there's
No,
no,
man,
there's no candy bars.
I
there.
wish you'd listen to
I
me.
was
I
told-
told you one.
I was told there were going to be candy bars.
Hey, where's my M&Ms?
You mean the wrapper?
Yeah.
There is a wrapper. Over
Hey,
there.
there you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
but no.
But no, it's okay.
Oh,
it's
this
okay.
is just. Whew.
Yeah, it's off the rails.
Yeah.
brother. But
So-
it's a great candy bar. Yeah.
We're also we're pondering doing Robin Hood. That's going to be
okay.
there's going to be a
Now, Robin Hood did not have a candy bar.
no.
I thought
Well,
we were talking about candy bars.
no. Well, no, that Little John's that was a candy bar. So
Little John, I thought that was a pizza. Oh, that's Little
That's
Caesars.
Papa John's.
I thought it was a rapper.
It is. Yeah. What? Okay.
Nougat.
and that's going to be a different. That's going to be a whole different type of fight.
What, Little Caesars?
Yeah, Little Caesars, the Pizza Wars. You didn't know nothing about
No,
that?
man, is the what was the guy's name, man? The little dude, man. What was that guy's name, man?
Caesar.
No.
Napoleon?
No, man, the Noid. The Noid.
Noid.
Is the Noid gonna be there?
Yes, the
Boy,
Noid is always going to.
Well,
He's
My God.
Domino's.
Well, I'm
I'm
not
not
going.
Noid in like 30-something years.
Well, I'm not going because I avoid the Noid.
No, the Noid is Domino's. Little Caesars. It's
talking about Ron
it's the little
Rossi, too?
pizza,
I thought Little
versus
Caesars
the
was the
Noid
rapper.
that would go.
I thought Little Caesars was the rapper.
fuck was that?
Say it one more time.
That's what the Noid did.
Do it one more time.
He was, it sounded like Hornswoggle.
The Hornswoggle. I don't know, man.
And he bounced on the pizza, whatever, and he messed it up.
He-
Oh, don't act like I'm making this shit up. Come on now, you know what the hell I'm talking
And that's
about.
the shit
don't,
y'all
dude.
doing the play on?
I don't
No,
do it.
that's what the Noid does.
I thought the Noid was in the play.
I thought you wanted to talk about pizza.
You're the one that brought it up.
You were the one that brought up pizza.
I thought
brought
we were
up-
talking about candy bars.
I ain't never had a pizza candy bar
I don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore, man.
or a candy bar pizza.
So is Little John in the shit or not, man?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's having some problems, but I don't know if he's into shit or not.
What? Dude, let's go ahead and wrap it. Hey, man, but tell us the dates, man. When can we go see They Fight?
That's going to be the.
I want to see if he actually says that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
let's-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's going to be like the
We're looking up.
14th through the. It's going to be the second week in March.
Okay,
Second week in March, it's going to be a
Where at?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's and it's going to be at Spirit Square in the Duke Theater.
Damn it.
See, look at that
heard him
guy.
laughing.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, but see, this is like the third commercial in. You got to watch him when he's like, "Will you avoid the Noid?" And he comes on, and he bounces on the pizza box.
You just got to avoid him, man. Okay, man.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up, man.
I don't think he ever does any of that.
No, he does that.
Say it one more time, man.
Say what?
The Noid. Do the Noid thing.
The Noid.
I think you're getting your characters mixed up.
Yeah, man. I think you and Little Caesars and Little John got confused.
Little Caesar said pizza.
That's true.
That is right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Okay.
That's true. I don't think the
And
Noid
sometimes
ever
when
said
they did-
anything. I think he just laughed a lot.
He made some kind of little garbles.
It was a garbled laugh, man.
Well, it was a garble and a laugh.
It wasn't like a. That's exactly what you just did.
Is it exactly what I did?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like to hear the playback on
Yeah,
that.
we'll get that. We'll get that. All right, man. Oh God, I can't talk.
That's
All
right.
Second week in March, correct?
Yes.
Second week in March. They fight at Spirit Square in
It's Spirit
Charlotte.
Square in the Duke Theater.
Duke Theater down in Charlotte, North Carolina for all of us international listeners. Once again, man, it's me and Mike are going to be doing the play-by-play for USA Main Event Wrestling next week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be awesome, man. It's on Fight TV pay-per-view.
That is awesome.
That
baby.
is cool, brother.
On TV.
We're going to be on actual TV and not just on YouTube. Yeah. Anyway.
Fight TV.
You
Fight
could
TV.
You could get a title.
Well, I should. Why not? I mean, fuck it. Anyway, Doggz, thank you for coming down, brother.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure.
Appreciate it,
And
man.
Happy New Year to you motherfuckers.
Happy New Year,
right, baby.
brother. Happy
That's
New
right,
Year,
baby.
man. And I guess we'll see you guys
Here's
next
to
year.
2020.
Mike. Yeah, man. 2020 vision.
Yeah, man.
I already say that.
Yeah.
A few times.
So,
Yeah,
think I-
it didn't work
Is
then
that
either.
what you call the callback?
Yeah,
There
it
you
did.
go.
and
That's it.
It didn't work then either. It's,
Okay.
Well, Mike, brother, anything you want to end us with today?
No, man. I mean, yeah, let's get the fuck out
Let's
of
get.
here.
Let's stop. Dogs, you want to
Yeah.
say anything before we get out of here, brother?
I
talk
don't
about
care
the
for
real-
either one of you.
Let's talk about the real shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, we're going to stop and have a real conversation.
Yeah.
No, man, we appreciate you guys listening. I guess until next year.
Next year.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
Happy New Year.
What? Yeah.
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No, we have got to
This
go.
has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.